JJ Redick. It seemed like we've talked about him before. It was like he may be a candidate. Now it seems like he's probably going to be the Lakers' next head coach. Seems like he's filling out his staff potentially. Rajon Rondo among the names mentioned. Does he seem like the right guy to coach this team?
That's what Bron want. That's what Bron get.
So does this mean LeBron stays? Because again, Rich Paul just said he was a free agent.
Bron, LA can't afford to let him go. They really can't afford to let him go.
No.
Because let's just say they do. They don't have that megastar as we all know the Lakers have, for having back in the day. They won't have that megastar no more.
Yeah.
And I'm not calling AD chop suey, you know what I'm saying? He's a perennial all-star himself, but not to that magnitude of Bron or another big megastar.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy for him. It's another one of our NBA brothers given a chance to be the head coach of an NBA franchise. That's huge because we all as players, we would love that job. So no matter other than this crazy dude, but no matter how you get it, no matter how people feel about it, you know what I'm saying? He's an NBA player. He's a part of this fraternity, and he's getting himself a shot. They're giving him a shot. We've seen it happen before. We've seen guys who probably never coached in college or anything or never on nobody's staff.
Yeah.
Steve Nash, Derek Fisher, Steve Kerr, Jason Kidd, guys.
Chauncey. Yeah. The Chauncey or whatever. So we've seen
Chauncey was on
That's
T.
right.
Lue's staff.
That's right. He was on T. Lue's staff. I'm sorry. He was on T. Lue. My fault, Chauncey.
Glenn Rivers, head coach with that.
Yeah, so we've seen people do this before. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool that you hear names like Rondo and other NBA guys that he think gonna put on his staff to kind of fill it out. I mean, I'm not mad at it at all because JJ Redick is very knowledgeable about the game. I watch him a lot on TV. I don't know him personally. I never played with him. I don't know what type of dude he is in real life, but you know what I'm saying? He can't be no worse than some of these other guys. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get critiqued either way. Either he win a championship, and if he don't, they're gonna be really hard on him. They're gonna make him feel like he's the worst person in the world because they're gonna talk bad about him. They're gonna bring up how he got the job and all that crazy stuff, but if he go win a championship, they're gonna be like, man, we made the best decision, the right guy.
We knew all along.
You know what I mean? We knew all along. So this is gonna be one of those narratives by the time it's over with. But I'm just happy to see one of our NBA brothers give opportunity.
Well, if he do get it, I just know that we're gonna have some more fans in the state of California. And when I say we, I mean the University of North Carolina. We'll have more fans.
You said you wouldn't want the Lakers job.
Oh no, not as no rookie coach. Because, see, here's the thing. Yeah, as Bonzi said, it's giving another player a chance, cool, but damn, you got to be ready for it, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, yeah, I'm pretty sure that, he's going to call Coach K and, get as much advice as he can about game situations from Coach K, which is the smart thing to do, duh. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side of it, it's like, yo, first of all, you got to get the respect of that team. You know what I'm saying? And the way that most of these young guys, they don't, they look at your body of work, opposing to you being, I'm right here in your face every day, you know what I'm saying? But they still gonna look at your body of work that you did in college or when you played in the league or something, be like, oh man, I ain't listening to this motherfucker, man. He wasn't shit or this or that, like, and it's how it is. So, if he gets the respect of the players, it could be one thing, but I don't. It's tough because, man, that's a huge market. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers is one of the, original teams that when people think of the NBA, you're going to think of them as well. Yeah. Everybody loves Kobe and that whole Laker mystique behind it, yo. Yeah. And just think of all the coaches that they've had, that was high caliber who won championships, if not there, in other places. So it's man, that's a motherfucking hot ass seat to sit in from the door, yo. Like
for your first gig.
For your first gig, you know what I'm saying? Hey, go high school, go college, or you know what I'm saying? Go, you know what I'm saying? D3, D2, NAIA, something. Like, let me get some games up under my belt. Let me know some different situations that I'm gonna come across, opposing to being on the biggest fucking stage. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, I think he can do it. I think he can do it because you know why? And I wish one of them dudes on the team would side-eye him because he got the biggest bodyguard in the league. He got Bron. That's Bron's guy. You know what I'm saying? That's Bron's guy.
So you think it means Bron definitely stays?
100% because, man, they're going to be playing the game, podcasting after. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but they got a good relationship, so why would he leave? You know what I'm saying? Obviously that's his guy. You don't see Bron podcasting a lot. I mean, I know he has an HBO special, but we don't see him podcasting a lot. And for him to do a joint podcast with JJ Redick, and now all of a sudden he's the head coach, the number one candidate for the Lakers jobs he never coached before. So I think Bron is going to protect him at all costs.
But he can, that's not going to sit well with a lot of cats on the team.
And that's fine. And we'll get him up out of there in my Brown voice. I mean, I'm saying, if you don't like it, you got to move. Like,
okay, then, Lakers ain't going to playoffs.
But I'm just saying, in the mindset is, you got to think, everybody looking at Bron like Bron can get us to a championship. And that's true in most cases. Bron has been great in making runs and getting himself a chance. So,
but he ain't do it by himself. It's been that
also
coach
not at that
as
level.
well.
No, I'm just saying, though, but Bron is going to come in dead serious this year. Like, bro, I don't got that much time left. I can't be playing around. If you're not with what we're trying to do, you got to move around. You know what I'm saying? You got to move around. Because I don't got no time. We ain't got no time for. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no time for this disconnection.
We have to hit the ground.
We gotta go for a championship.
I
right
get what
now.
you're saying, but the disconnection is already there because motherfuckers ain't asked me for my input on the coach if I'm AD.
Who? AD probably cool with it. So that doesn't Rich Paul have all those guys?
I mean, still, but that don't.
He don't have all of them.
That don't make it.
But I'm talking about, don't he got AD?
But that don't make it cool with him though, just because they all under the same tree.
Trust me, they done talked about it.
But that don't make it cool that they under the same tree. They could talk about it all day. If you and I, we in business together, right? Mm-hmm. And no matter, even if it does do well for our business, with this one deal, I might not like it, but you like, yo, it's going to do well. This and our numbers. All right, then I'm gonna go along with it. But for the sake of how it is, it's going to be half-hearted.
But you got to understand, if that was real and AD didn't like it, we would hear AD talking about he want to get traded up out of there. We haven't heard one disgruntled.
He might not hate it that much.
No, I'm just saying we ain't heard one disgruntled word out of his camp.
It's been a long summer, not yet.
I'm just saying, though, but if we do start hearing that chirping, he wasn't going with the plan. But the plan is if they bring in Redick, Bron's kind of running the team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bron, like he always runs teams. It is what it is. Your star players runs the team anyway. You know what I'm saying? I got to learn that a little bit when I was in Houston, and first time I got around like T-Mac. You know, when you got them super mega stars, they can, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but
he was
also
good.
Look at the coaches.
But you know what I'm saying about
in order to win a chip, that plays a part of it. Because no matter how great the player is, at some point, you know what I'm saying, that coach is going to come up with a couple key plays or a couple key stops or whatever the case may be from his knowledge, from his experience. It's like, man, we seen it. Just like when we motherfucking played L.A. with Phil Jackson and Dunleavy. We knew who had the coaching advantage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, that's what made it extra harder on us. And that's what I'm saying out there with, they play San Antonio. It comes down, let's say it comes down to a play or two, a game situation, you know. Whatever the fucking situation is, he ain't never been in there before to come and draw something up right there on the fly. You know what I'm saying? Other than a player, and more than half of the time, just because it worked for you as a player, don't mean it's going to work as a coach.
Man, listen, this is 2024. They ain't drawing plays no more. They're going to pull up that iPad.
Well, same.
And
Run that play they just ran right there. That's what JJ Redick going to have 3 veteran coaches behind him where he going to have at least 10 to 15 plays already in his mind and down and ready for those scenarios.
That's cool. At the end of the day, he's going to have to be the one to do them plays, though. He's going to get blamed for that play.
But he has kind of like an out. This is his first year.
No, that's not an out.
Well,
no, see,
because if you're saying if you're trying to win the championship,
I'm just saying he always gonna have an out. Always his first year. He messed it up, but this is his first year. But if he did good, they're gonna be like, we told you so.
So if that's the case, if Bron I gotta win it now, why come with a rookie coach? Why not go get that veteran coach then?
Because that's his guy. Bron had every type of coach in the history of coaches in this game since he been coming. He done did it all. He done had every coach.
Player, coach, vet.
Now if you can really get a homeboy and be like, man, let me get him now. Man, come on, man. He done had every coach.
Do we think he wouldn't get Redick out of there? And I say that because he brought his homie Dwayne Wade into Cleveland, and it wasn't working out, and he got him traded out. So if Redick wasn't working, would he?
Yeah.
How much time would he give him?
I think he's gonna ride out his career with Redick. I think Bron has a couple.
Then he ain't got no chance to win it.
Bron got 2 or 3 years left, maybe more. I don't know, but I think he got at least 2 or 3 strong ones left. You know, and I think in this situation, having a guy like JJ Redick who is a friend of his system of life and a friend of his, I think he's gonna be fine because he don't, now you ain't gotta do no guesswork now. Now this is your guy. Y'all can talk. Y'all can talk it out. What's going on? This is what I want to do. This is the personnel stuff I want to do. Go send it upstairs if he ain't already talking to upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Like this is Bron's franchise right now.
True that. But Bron is not that same Bron we all thinking he is, though. Bron is older. He
just averaged 26, 7, and 8.
He did, but he used to be an automatic finals appearance for, 8 straight years? And now
he's not that same athlete.
It's not a knock. It's
if Bron wouldn't have ran into that monster, that King Kong called Denver, we would be talking about them right now.
You sound like Brian McKnight.
No, I'm just saying, but Bron does a great job, and we got to keep it real. They manage these games. They take their time when we getting a good shot. They don't turn the ball over a lot. I mean, the thing is with Lakers, they just make or miss. If they make it,
so let me ask you this:
they ain't beating themselves.
If they wasn't listening to an experienced coach who won as a coach and as a player before JJ Redick got there, right? What would make those other guys on the team listen to this rookie coach?
The non-LeBron,
the non-guy who hasn't coached not even an AAU game or nothing. Like, what would make me listen to him?
I mean,
if I didn't listen to, and I'm talking about you can even go with the Lakers' last few coaches. You know what I'm saying? But D-Ham and before D-Ham, who was it?
Frank Vogel.
Vogel. And, okay, if them cats didn't listen to them two, what would make me listen to this cat who's a rookie coach?
You gotta understand, and you know how this go. It just take one person, one key person, to spark the flame. When we're away from the team, we out kicking it, we having dinner, we drinking or whatever, we just kicking it, and one of us saying like, "Man, Coach Ham don't know what the hell he doing, man. I don't know how to draw." And then now you changing people. Now you got, it start. You know how it goes. It starts spreading, like what I'm saying. And now we're away from the team. We're like, man, watch. So all it takes is that one key person to start that, and you can tell that's kind of what happened. And it just spread through the team like wildfire.
So what makes you think it won't happen with
I
this
didn't say
rookie
it
coach?
wouldn't. I didn't say it wouldn't. But you can just see it just spread where they wasn't feeling D-Ham for whatever reason. Because if they would have protected him. Bron would have spoke up. No, y'all better not trade. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had to ask Bron maybe, like, how do you feel about it? And
they did.
I don't know for sure. I'm not saying,
he
was aware of the situation. Yeah. I'm not trying to speak for him or whatever, but that's how it was. It only take one key person to start that wildfire, to spark that flame, and then it's like everybody starting to look like, man, shit, that was a bull crap play he said, or man, he ain't saying the right stuff, he ain't motivate. It could be anything for these kids because, in me being a coach and me being in the college, in Power 5, man, these kids, it's tough to keep them happy. You know what I'm saying? It's tough to keep these guys happy because it's just a different era of kids, it's a different era of basketball, and I don't know if he might have been too hard on them, he might not have been hard enough. It's just always something, and if it's one little thing, it's like a cancel culture now. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'll cancel. They'll get you up out of here. They'll get you up out of here quick.
So how do you, like, in the way you evaluate a player, what are things you see or hear that make you think, okay, yeah, he or she could be a good coach? Because, again, none of us will know until he gets hired and they tip it in October. None of us will know for sure. Yeah. But what are those things you see or hear beforehand?
I mean, you see, and that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? If it's a veteran coach or somebody who was even under a program, then, you know what I'm saying, you could sit here and say, like, all right, let's just say he was, as it always is with a lot of coaches, let's just say Redick was under Pop's program. He came through with San Antonio, assistant coach, a couple years, this and that. So he's now our head coach. As a player, I'm thinking, okay, he's going to come with a few of San Antonio plays and just tweak it a little bit, but to his own. But he's going to come with that San Antonio culture. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's going to try to start his guys on defense and zone in on defense and this and that. So as a player, that's what I'm like, all right. So now it might be like, all right, I'm going to give him a shot. You know what I'm saying? Even if he was a coach, a veteran coach on another team, and the other team was bad or didn't make the playoffs, you as that player, you still like, all right, I'm going to give him that respect because it is hard to coach an NBA team.
100%.
So I'm going to give him that respect as this player. Right. Like, all right, let me see what he got. I'm going to go ahead, because I wasn't a big fan, even though, rest in peace, that's KG, man, and everything. I wasn't a big fan of Flip Saunders when he came there.
Yeah.
But his first year, I was like, okay, I'm going to see what he got. I ain't going to say nothing. I am going to give it 100%. I'm going to go in here, do this, do that. But shit, if I see it, I don't like it, then fuck it. Hey, I'm going to let it be known I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's actually missing with a lot of players in this culture. You know what I'm saying? You have your megastars who are controlling the team, and, it's like the lesser guys got it going bitch to him. Yeah. Or they might bitch to his homie he always hanging with. You always got your little cliques on the teams and shit now, which, makes it a different style league too, other than when we played. But nah, dog, as a player, I'm not going coming into the Lakers this preseason, just for training camp. Shit, no, I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on here?
I know, but that's tough to say though, because you got like him. He just came from a chip.
But that goes to what I just said.
Yeah.
As that player, I gotta respect that.
But they did know in LA.
Yeah, true. At first they had to. At first they did.
Season 1, it seemed like they did.
At first they did,
but
then
they did great.
And then exactly, and they had times on when they did shit. I mean, even though I think it was some bullshit, but it was still they won the in-season chip shit, the in-season tournament. But at some point, they had to come together and believe what he was saying for that.
Well, it got to be more personal than anything.
Oh yeah,
You know
I mean, we don't know everything that happened.
Come on, they just. They had a decent year his first year. They just won the in-season championship. They was above 500. They lost to the defending champs. That's not getting fired. Like what else? Like,
I mean, we see how it is for coaches now. That's what I'm saying. Get hotter and hotter.
It's just more like I don't think they respected him enough as an organization. You know what I'm saying? To really just keep their arms around him, like, hey, he's one of ours. We're gonna protect him. Kind of like when you look at, and I'm so happy and shout out to our guy Ty Lue. They did that with him. This is our guy. They respect him from top to bottom, from the players to the top of the organization. This is our guy. He's strong enough to keep us together. He can talk to these guys. He can do everything that he needs to do as a former player. And obviously he won a chip before, and he has that type of cachet. But they respect him as a dude. I've been around Ty Lue for a long time. I've been knowing him forever. And if you've been around Ty, he's a funny dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? He don't keep it too seriously, but he can keep it serious, and he knows what he's talking about with this basketball. So it's something that you want to get behind, guys like him. And you would think a guy like D Ham, who's kind of in that similar role, that kind of that similar path that Ty Lue went down. I thought he would have a longer tenure with the Lakers, and it just sucks that it's almost like win or bust. Like you either got win it all,
the game now,
or bust, and it's a sad state to be in. But I guess that's how cutthroat this game is now.
We saw Bickerstaff, Vogel got 1 year.
Yeah.
And also fired from the Lakers after winning the championship. So it feels like it's definitely win or bust.